What's up, people? This is Pr.J. the OG Preacher, coming to you live from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Man, it's so good to have you guys joining in and checking out the videos. Now, the video I'm going to talk about storms, trials, tribulations, challenges, obstacles, testings, trying times. You name it, we all go through storms in our lives. Whether it's a small storm, a big storm. I'm not talking about a literal storm where you go out there and it start raining and snow, storm or whatever. But I'm talking about that there are storms that we go through within our own lives. Maybe in the form of a relationship, maybe in the form of finances, maybe in your job. But whatever storm that you go through, just know that storms will never last. Now, the definition of storm is a violent disturbance of the atmosphere. Now, think about that. A violent disturbance of the atmosphere with strong winds and usually rain, thunder, lightning, and snow. What does that mean? That means that something disturbs something. There was some disturbance that took place. Think about it. When someone tried to disturb peace within your family or job, an organization, a club, or a church, or whatever, you know, as soon as that peace has been disturbed, then all hell will break loose. So there's something about disturbance. You know, when you're sleeping, you're having a nice sleep, and all of a sudden somebody bang on your door and disturb you, you get upset. So something disturbs something. Now, within our own homes, we do get disturbed sometimes with certain situations. And then not only that, but the question that we have, what causes storms? Well, what actually causes storms are created when a center of low pressure, now think about it, when center of low pressure develop with the system of high pressure surrounding it. This combination of opposing forces, low pressure and high pressure, this combination of opposing forces create winds and results in formations of storm. Think about opposing. In America, NBA, NFL, major sportsmen, every time you have two teams, those teams oppose each other. Now, they're not there for the other team just to lay down and the other team to run over them. No, they both have opposed. They come in there and they try to overcome. They will try to conquer each other. Then the strong team will be the team that actually wins. But they're all opposing teams. And it's just like life. When you're at home or when you're at work, there are times when people will oppose you. There are situations that will come and they will oppose you. And what do? When you're being opposed, you don't just lay there and die. No, you get up and you start to fight. Because now it's your storm. Every single one of us, we go through our own storms, our own challenges in life. Now, let me just share you something about Jesus' disciples. They've been with Jesus. They witnessed a lot of the miracles that Jesus performed, and they marveled at it. They were so shocked, said, man, what is this? But they haven't exercised it yet. They haven't executed the faith that God has given them, that Jesus had gave them. And Jesus tested them on the water. Jesus said, I want to cross this water when we get in the morning. And as soon as they went on the boat, Jesus went back to the stern, lay down on a pillow or a cushion. And as soon as Jesus did that, the Bible said, man, all hell broke loose. Waves start coming up. Boat was going up and down and tossed left and right. And all of a sudden, man, the disciples were so scared. Mind you, man, some of these people are used to the water. They're fishermen. That was their cup of tea. That's how these people are, man, they are powerful people. All of a sudden, man, they got so afraid. They called up Jesus and woke Jesus up. Jesus got up and rebuked the wind, told the wind off. What's wrong with you, wind? Said to the waves, man, go back. Go back and hush. Be quiet. I'm sleeping. He looked at the disciples and said, why are you so afraid? Why are you so afraid? Don't you have enough faith? Now, the reason why I'm sharing you this story, maybe there are some of you listening to this story that maybe you don't believe in God or whatever. It doesn't really matter because the principle applies. That we all go through some storms. We all face challenges in life. Whether you go to church or you don't go to church, whether you believe in God or not, we all face the same challenges. Now, but I came up with the word, this word storm, but I was able to put the word come up with an acronym. I put it in the form of an acrostic, STORM. And I'm sure that this will truly bless you and motivate you, encourage you to keep going, to keep fighting. I'm sure that you'll be blessed. I look at the word storm, S, and I've selected the word survive. Why? Because a surviving person is a person that was able to live through afflictions, to live through the most atrocious, I'll use the word atrocious circumstances in life. I mean, the worstest thing that could ever, but they survived through it. They lived through it, and they survived it. There's some of you guys that are listening to me right now. Some of the situations you have gone through in your life, man, if maybe 1,000 people will go through it, they wouldn't survive it, but you survived it. You survived it. And that's you. So that speaks volume of who you are. And thriving, and I use the letter T, and I've selected the word thrive, because there are people that actually thrive in those sort of situations. Like they can only thrive when they're up to, when they're facing a challenge. They're up to a challenge every single time. Because these people are very successful under hard situation. And they're cut out for this. It's within their DNA. It's all written on their cells. Man, they are fighters. They thrive. You throw them in the desert, they will thrive in it. There are people like that. Throw them in the ocean, the deep blue sea, they will thrive in it. Throw them in the jungle, they will survive, they will thrive in it. I look at the letter O and I came with the word options. You know what? The reason why you survive, the reason why you thrive, because you know that you have options. You got a lot of options. No, your option is not to lay down and die. Your option is not to lay down and throw your hands up and give up and surrender and say, I can't do it anymore. I can't. Yes, you can. You have a lot of options. Not only that, but I've selected the word robust for R. Now, I'm not talking about a robot that somebody else controls. Because we got a lot of people, there are you that are listening to me right now, man. You're in this sort of relationship that you have the other person controlling you as much as you want to get out of it, but you're being controlled. You're like a robot. You got to be in at a certain time. You got to be out at a certain time. You can't do this. You can't see this. Even there are people out there that are not allowed to see their own families, their mother, their brothers, their sisters. They're not allowed to see them. If they see them, they get abused. I want you to know that you're not a robot. You are robust, powerful, strong, and healthy. All right? That's who you are. Because you have survived. You have thrived. You had options. Now you have become the robust person. And you know what? And I've selected the word for the last word, letter M. I've selected the word motivate. Man. Because now you have become this great motivator. Motivating people. Providing somebody, a reason. And that's what a motivating person will do. When somebody's about to give up, you provide them a reason to stand up and fight. You'll provide them a reason for doing something. Because motivate is from the verb that means prompt or incite. You prompt this person to move. You incite this person. Man, you know what? You got that fire burning in your belly. You're strong. It's within your DNA, man. You're this powerful person. You keep inciting and inciting that this person will get fired up and say, yes, I don't have to stay in this abusive situation. I don't have to live here. Man, I can go. Why? Because whatever storm that you go through, we don't have the same storms. Everyone have different storms, but the common denominator that we have, that we all go through storms. It might be different storms, but they're all storms. They're all challenges. But I want you to remember that you are a survivor. And if you have survived, then you know what? It doesn't matter how many times you go through it, you will thrive in it. And you have options. You're a robust, powerful person. Now, motivate. Don't just leave it now and just hang around this one thing. Man, share it to somebody else. Be that motivator that someone else could actually survive and be encouraged, be motivated so that they can get out there and share it with someone else. All right, now, thank you, people. Thank you for sharing my videos. And just keep following me on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Just follow through, and not only that, but man, hit that bell and subscribe. All right? And share this. Remember, whatever storm you go through, you have survived it, you have thrived in it. All right? You got many options. You're that robust person. Not only you have motivated yourself, but now motivate others. All right? Take care. God bless. I love you. Bye.